Alrighty guys, next day at the Off-Grid Tiny House. Check out my battery levels here. We got another shit day ahead of us. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna turn any loads on. We're still at 66 volts. I'm not turning any loads on, like I said. So, windy, rainy, it's another crap day. Give you the date and time. Here we go. So today, I wanted to share an experiment with you. And I think the best way to do this is just kind of tell you. Thought about writing it down, but we'll see. So let's oh shit. Damn, I got a lot more water overnight. Must have rained again, big time. Sweet. So anyways, since my solar battery down here, this blue guy on this, sorry about the poor lighting guys, is pooched, this is doing nothing. I'm going to take this guy, and what I want to do, I'm going to show you right down here. So, as a dump load for my wind turbine, you guys know I'm running an electric heater mat under the battery. What I'm going to do is disconnect that eventually, and in place of that, I'm going to run 2 heavy gauge wires up and across my ceiling and all the way back to where the other batteries are, way back there. And I'm going to plug it into the solar side of this MPPT charge controller. And then I'm going to run 2 wires to the lithium iron phosphate batteries for the battery connection. The load one, I'm not worried about, but I'm going to program the MPPT charge controller so it will do my same custom settings as I have back there at that MPPT charge controller that's currently running the batteries. Now, what's that gonna do, guys? Well, hear that noise? That's the wind turbine. It doesn't have a problem in this weather whatsoever, other than the fact that it needs bigger batteries to throw its power into. So I'm not eliminating this old defunct battery yet. It's still working. But what I'm going to be doing is taking the power from the wind turbine that produces via the load center, and this is basically just a smart switch because I'm using it as a voltmeter. Say it gets all the way up to 13. It's still going. 14. Yeah, it gets right up there. And so what I'm going to be doing is taking the power from the load side of this switch, which is, like I said, running my electric heater mat. So it's basically doing nothing but being a battery warmer. And I'm going to dump it, and it's going to go into this guy. Now you see this guy lit up? That's because the switch clicked in when we got a whole ton of power there, and the switch clicked out. Oh, click back in again, I guess. So we're gonna be eliminating a lot of funky, and you can tell by the battery it is El Pucho'd. So the biggest problem is this. I gotta run. I don't have that rope up there anymore, and I regret not leaving that up there badly. So I gotta somehow fish 2 wires, heavy, decent sized gauge, across the entire roof from one end of the tiny house to the other. And then once that's done, I can worry about moving all that gear over here. And I'm probably gonna put that other MPPT right up there in the middle. And that should solve that. And so what I'm basically doing, guys, is I'm trying to take advantage of the wind turbine to help charge up and do something useful at the tiny house. So it's going to be recharging the lithium batteries, but I kind of do it in a way where it's safe to do. So any excess power from the wind turbine is going to hit that MPPT, and it's going to control the parameters of that incoming power and trickle that into the lithium battery. That way I have unlimited power even at nighttime. Oh yeah, Stormtrooper. I had to dump out, I had a bunch of stuff from that was inside the cooler there. I had some Star Wars memorabilia. So my grandmother bought me this when I was little. So I just put him here for now, and I gotta clean him up though. He's pretty beat up. But yeah, I had to do that because remember, guys, I put all this stuff into the cooler because the fridge pooched on me. And I should look inside the cooler to see if everything's still pretty fairly cool. There's ice down here, but no, it's basically room temp. So didn't have enough ice in there to keep things cool. Sucky. So anyways, that is the plan for today, and then I want to get rid of, I'm going to move the fridge out of here for today. Well, maybe. The plan is, if I'm able to get this thing wired up today, and that would be awesome, I want to see if the turbine can boost up my batteries, and it's a good day to do it because it's still shitty. It's like last night. And yesterday actually too, and if I'm able to do it, guys, that's game changer again. That means I can run the lithium iron phosphates will be powered by solar and wind turbine, and that's called sweetness. So I'm gonna get to work. Enough talky. Turn the radio on because that's about all I have for entertainment today, and yeah, we'll see you guys shortly. Well, guys, I'm slowly getting through a bunch of wire that I have, and I'm using up all my, you know, that big giant box of wire. I'm going through it, and because I don't have anything long enough to go from one end of the tiny house to the other, I'm gonna have to splice a whole ton of wire together. Now they're all the same type and gauge, which is a good thing, and it's also using up stuff I already have, so it doesn't cost me anything other than time. But it's Monday, it's raining. Victoria Day weekend was complete crap this year because of the weather. As you can hear right now, maybe over the radio, it is pissing down rain yet again. I have very little solar coming in, so I can't even charge my camera, but I can because I have lithium power packs, those portable ones, in this closet right here, so we'll go ahead and use that when my camera starts dropping down. But other than that, guys, I'm going to try to link all these wires together, and this will be what I'll be using to run my wind turbine, to connect the wind turbine to help power my lithium iron phosphate batteries, which I've never seen done. And this will be on the cheap because I'm just using a inexpensive MPPT charge controller. The EP Ever is the brand, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, and Yeah, so Rob's sitting in the dark again, as usual. But this desk came in handy for like a little workstation, which is nice. My back's killing me today too, so I'm sitting in this chair. Ooh, I must have twisted it or slept wrong or something, man, because whew, brutal. And no chiropractors available during the pandemic still, so good luck on that one. Okay, so we got this end to do next. And basically, guys, I want to talk to you guys about this. I just heard on the radio some company figured out an actual cure for the COVID. Now, it has nothing to do with vaccines, which is a great thing. It's some kind of infusion they do, and with antibodies or something, and 100% success rate. So they're on the race to get this out before the vaccines hit in a year or two. So it sounds like a plan to me. I'd rather do that than do some kind of weird ass formula vaccine that I know won't work. Because the virus, guys, is mutating. That's a fact. So by the time a vaccine could be ready for the masses, the formula in that said vaccine would not do anything to a mutated virus because it's already changed and adapted to survive. That's what viruses do. That's kind of like superbugs, guys. You know how they tell you, stop using antibiotics as much because the bugs are getting immune, building up an immunity to them. Well, it's kind of the same thing. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Whether this company gets, taken out by the New World Order, we'll find out. But because the New World Order is just pushing these vaccines, and it's kind of funny. This company came out of nowhere, and they're not involved, as I know of yet, with anything nefarious. So we'll see how that goes. But they're ready to make a boatload of money too, so it's not like a free-for-all just yet. So anyways, pretty wild. Pretty wild. So I'll get back to you in a bit, guys. Keep on trucking, doing this all day, getting the wiring ready and getting it all done up together. And then I got to figure out some way to send it from one end of the trailer to the other. And that's going to be the hardest part, I'm pretty sure. Absolutely. See you in a bit.